Writing. Imagine a fighter jet so advanced that many aviation experts still debate whether it should have won one of the most important military competitions in American history. A jet that looked like it came from the future, flew with incredible speed, carried cutting-edge stealth technology, and left such a powerful impression that people are still talking about it decades later. This is the story of the YF-23 Black Widow II, one of the most fascinating aircraft ever built in the United States. In the late stages of the Cold War, the United States Air Force was searching for a new generation fighter capable of dominating the skies for decades. American military planners knew that technology was advancing rapidly and that future threats would require an aircraft far beyond anything currently flying. The Air Force launched the Advanced Tactical Fighter Program, commonly known as ATF. The goal was simple but ambitious: create the world's most capable air superiority fighter. This aircraft needed to be faster, stealthier, more maneuverable, and more survivable than any fighter that had come before it. Several aerospace companies entered the competition, but eventually two teams emerged as finalists. One team was led by Lockheed, which developed the YF-22. The other team was led by Northrop and McDonnell Douglas, which created the YF-23. Both aircraft represented the future of military aviation, but they approached that future in very different ways. The first time people saw the YF-23, they immediately realized this was not an ordinary fighter jet. Its appearance was unlike anything else in the sky. The aircraft featured a sleek diamond-shaped wing design, an elongated fuselage, and sharply angled surfaces that seemed carefully crafted to avoid radar detection. It looked more like a spacecraft than a traditional fighter. Even today, decades later, many aviation enthusiasts consider the YF-23 one of the most beautiful military aircraft ever designed. The aircraft's unique shape was not simply for appearance. Every line, angle, and surface served a purpose. Engineers designed the YF-23 to minimize its radar signature and maximize stealth performance. At a time when stealth technology was still relatively new, Northrop pushed the concept further than almost anyone expected. The result was an aircraft that many experts believe had better stealth characteristics than its rival, the YF-22. The YF-23 prototype made its first flight in August 1990. From the beginning, the aircraft demonstrated impressive capabilities. Test pilots quickly discovered that the jet possessed remarkable speed and stability. Unlike many experimental aircraft that require constant adjustments and corrections, the YF-23 felt smooth and controlled throughout much of its flight envelope. One of the most impressive aspects of the aircraft was its ability to fly at very high speeds without using afterburners. This capability is known as supercruise. Traditional fighter jets often require afterburners to achieve supersonic speeds, but afterburners consume enormous amounts of fuel and create large infrared signatures that can be detected by enemy sensors. The YF-23 could maintain supersonic flight more efficiently, providing significant operational advantages during combat missions. The aircraft was powered by advanced engines specifically designed to deliver exceptional performance. During testing, the YF-23 demonstrated outstanding acceleration and speed. Pilots reported that the aircraft felt powerful and responsive, capable of covering large distances rapidly while maintaining excellent control. Stealth was one of the YF-23's greatest strengths. The aircraft incorporated numerous features intended to reduce detection by radar systems. The shape of the airframe reflected radar energy away from enemy sensors. Engine exhausts were carefully designed to reduce infrared signatures. Weapons would be carried internally rather than mounted externally, preserving the aircraft's clean stealth profile. Northrop engineers understood that future air combat would increasingly depend on avoiding detection rather than simply outperforming opponents in traditional dogfights. Their design philosophy emphasized survivability through stealth, speed, and advanced technology. Instead of relying primarily on maneuverability, the YF-23 focused on striking first, remaining undetected, and controlling the engagement before the enemy even realized it was under attack. Two YF-23 prototypes were built. The first prototype was painted in a dark gray scheme and became known as Black Widow II. The second aircraft received a lighter paint scheme and earned the nickname Gray Ghost. Both aircraft served as flying laboratories, helping engineers evaluate performance and demonstrate capabilities to Air Force decision-makers. As testing progressed, the competition between the YF-23 and YF-22 intensified. Aviation experts, military officers, engineers, and defense analysts closely watched every development. Both aircraft delivered impressive performances, but each possessed unique strengths. The YF-22 demonstrated exceptional maneuverability and agility. The YF-23 excelled in stealth, speed, and overall aerodynamic efficiency. Many test pilots admired the YF-23's smooth handling characteristics. The aircraft exhibited excellent stability at high speeds and altitudes. Its advanced design allowed it to maintain energy effectively during maneuvers, an important factor in aerial combat. Pilots often describe the aircraft as sophisticated, refined, and remarkably capable. The competition was about far more than raw performance numbers. The Air Force had to consider long-term production costs, maintenance requirements, technological risks, and future upgrade potential. Choosing a fighter meant committing billions of dollars and shaping American air power for decades. As evaluation continued, debates emerged regarding which aircraft truly represented the better choice. Supporters of the YF-23 argued that its superior stealth and speed made it the ideal fighter for future conflicts. They believed its advanced design offered greater survivability and long-term advantages. Advocates pointed to its innovative engineering and futuristic approach as evidence that it represented the next evolution of air combat. Supporters of the YF-22 emphasized its maneuverability and combat flexibility. They argued that close-range dogfighting capabilities remained important and that the aircraft offered a balanced combination of stealth and agility. The YF-22's design appeared slightly less radical, potentially reducing development risks and simplifying the transition to full-scale production. Throughout the competition, both aircraft pushed the boundaries of aerospace engineering. Engineers worked tirelessly to refine systems, improve performance, and address technical challenges. The level of innovation displayed by both teams reflected the extraordinary talent within the American aerospace industry. In April 1991, the Air Force announced its decision. The YF-22 had won the competition. The aircraft would eventually evolve into the F-22 Raptor, one of the most advanced fighter jets ever built. For many observers, the decision marked the end of the YF-23 story. But for aviation enthusiasts, it was only the beginning of a lasting legend. The loss transformed the YF-23 into something unique. Instead of becoming an operational fighter, it became a symbol of what might have been. People began asking questions. What if the Air Force had chosen differently? How would history have changed? Could the YF-23 have become even more capable than the F-22? These questions continue to inspire debate today. Many aviation experts still discuss the strengths and weaknesses of both aircraft. Some argue that the Air Force made the correct decision based on the information available at the time. Others believe the YF-23's stealth advantages would have proven more valuable in modern warfare. The aircraft's appearance contributes significantly to its enduring popularity. Few military aircraft possess such a distinctive and futuristic look. The sweeping wings, angular surfaces, and elegant proportions create an unmistakable silhouette. Even individuals with limited interest in aviation often find themselves impressed by the YF-23's design. Over the years, the YF-23 has developed an almost mythical reputation among aviation enthusiasts. Online communities frequently discuss its capabilities and speculate about its potential. Videos featuring the aircraft attract large audiences. Model builders recreate its unique shape. Artists produce illustrations imagining how operational versions might have appeared. The aircraft also highlights the difficult choices faced by military planners. Advanced technology programs often involve competing priorities and uncertain outcomes. Decision makers must balance performance, cost, risk, and future requirements. Even when one design wins, the losing competitor may still represent extraordinary engineering achievement. Although the YF-23 never entered production, its influence can still be seen in modern aerospace development. Engineers learned valuable lessons from the program. Concepts related to stealth, aerodynamics, propulsion, and systems integration helped shape future aircraft designs. The knowledge gained during the competition contributed to broader advancements across the aviation industry. The surviving prototypes remain important historical artifacts. They represent a remarkable period of innovation when engineers pushed technological boundaries in pursuit of air superiority. Visitors who see these aircraft in museums often find themselves amazed by how modern the design still appears decades after its creation. Many people assume that unsuccessful military projects simply disappear from history, but the YF-23 demonstrates the opposite. Sometimes an aircraft becomes more famous because it never entered service. The mystery surrounding its unrealized potential fuels ongoing fascination. Every discussion about advanced fighters eventually seems to return to the same question. What if the Black Widow 2 had won? The answer may never be known. The world can only speculate about how the aircraft would have evolved through decades of upgrades and operational experience. Perhaps it would have become the dominant fighter of its generation. Perhaps unexpected challenges would have emerged. History chose a different path. What remains undeniable is the extraordinary achievement represented by the YF-23. It was a product of vision, innovation, and engineering excellence. The aircraft demonstrated that bold ideas can challenge conventional thinking and inspire generations.